we started in Beijing, spent a couple days there seeing the Great Wall and a lot of really gorgeous parks. And then we took the overnight train to Xi'an. And there we had 2 days, and we got to see the terracotta warriors, and we got to bike the wall and do some cool touring there. And then we went to Shanghai, which was our final city. And we got to do some really cool things. We had like a fancier experience in the hotel, and we got to go to the Oriental Pearl TV tower and walk out on the sky deck. It was just a very full experience. We got to do a little bit of everything and see so many different places. And even if it was chaotic sometimes, trying to get from train stations to hotels to the airport and running all over the airport, it ended up working out well, and it was a blast.
My favorite site would probably be the Great Wall, because I don't know, it's just something you gotta say you've seen.
Although it may seem cliche, it was definitely really interesting, really unique to see something like that, something that humans could create on such a momentous scale.
Something that really surprised me about it is that they actually have a toboggan that goes down the Great Wall. So after you see this place and you want to come back down to the city, they have a slide set up, and you just basically go down, and it's so much fun.
One of my favorite parts of the trip was actually going to the Olympic Stadium in Beijing. People call it the Bird's Nest, but it took us like an hour and a half to get there on the subways. And by the time we got there, it actually closed, so we were stuck outside the gates looking at it from a distance. But fortunately, our teachers bought us ice cream and these little toys, so we just hung out there, played around a little bit, ate ice cream. It's a really cool experience, and actually still got to see the stadium too.
My favorite part was probably going to Xi'an and going to the Muslim quarter, because there were people like making noodles on the streets, and there was just like a bunch of street vendors, and I don't know, it's just really interesting and really different from everything we have here.
Definitely the best part of the trip was the memories we made and the people we met. We all came from different backgrounds. Most of us didn't know each other, but we all left great friends with great memories and just a lifetime of enjoyment.
So going into the trip, I only knew like 3 other kids, but by the end of the trip, I knew like all 30 kids who went. And it's like a great experience just to meet new people. It's so much fun. You know, you start off, you're like, I don't really know these people, but everyone, you're staying together, you're traveling together. It's just a great experience to get to know each other. It's just a blast.
I honestly can't say that I have a favorite city. One of my favorite things that we did, though, was in Xi'an. We got to ride bikes around the 10-mile wall that surrounds the ancient city of Xi'an.
I really liked shopping and talking to the people and like bargaining with them in Chinese, because it like tested my Chinese, but it was also really fun.
The food was definitely one of my most favorite parts of the trip. It was something unlike anything I've ever experienced. Although, while it was similar in preparation to what we have here as traditional takeout, the ingredients, the outcome was completely different, and honestly one of my favorite parts of the trip.
The way we got from city to city is we took an overnight train, and that was a lot of fun because each room there was like 4 people, so you know, you just hang out with friends, and it's the entire night basically. You just stay up, you play games. We would play cards in the hallway because we booked out the entire train car. So that whole experience was something that I hadn't done before, and it was also something that was really fun.
I really encourage kids to go on the trip. We had a lot of freedom and a lot of fun exploring a foreign country with your friends. We got to use the language a lot, communicating with the locals, and really we were encouraged to buy things on our own in the subway system, buy tickets on our own, try to figure out how to get from one place to another on our own. It really actually helped with the language one, but also just life skills, trying to get around in places you don't really know.
Oh yeah, everyone should definitely go on it this year. We had a really big group last year, and I can just see it, you know, being even more popular this year.
Yeah, I definitely suggest that anybody goes on the trip. I learned so much on it, and it was just a blast. It was the best week of my summer, and we met so many people, and we learned so much, and we tried so many different things, and it was just an incredible experience.